like me. Oh,
I know. I'm like, didn't call me. Well, I think you walked away, but you can see the little waffle down the side that was video that people were commenting.
What's that?
On the computer, yeah.
Did we ever figure out how many
Smile for the camera.
we found for that person?
No, I don't know. I mean, we have updated and massaged the directory well, we could share it on the Google Doc because I turned it into a spreadsheet so that we could very easily manipulate it with things. But we still have the hard copy one because we like doing it that way.
Like those? Sending me a file, that was fine.
Yeah, I got those too.
Well, I had one all set up. I sent it out to everybody, and then it fell over, and I lost the feed. And when I reset it, it cancels that one. And it's available, so that thing's available online. You can go watch it. The 15 minutes we had. It's that whole way. And then it just stops. And then, of course, I always forget when you're filming, I'm talking in the background. And he came over and asked, and I go, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's the only thing here.
It makes you realistic.
Yeah.
Good.
My daughter loves the fact that we pulled out, old
I was expecting much larger bed.
on the DVD.
Yeah.
And we had one where I was filming Jessica Days' book. Evidently, I chose to say, she looks like Jabba the Hutt. And Jessica found this like 18 years later. She was angry at me for something I said.
7,200, I believe.
Is it running now, TC?
It is running, but no one's on except me. So I sent
TC's
the
got the
email
video
out.
going again.
Yeah.
So hopefully people get the email. And
I'm going to shut you off here for a minute, make some pictures.
is there someone I can email the link to?
He's got it.
Okay, can you tell him to go for the new link? Because I sent an email with a new link.
Jay, listen up, Jay. I'm going to shut you down.
It's hard to get the market. It's hard to see it.
It is.
Well,
I don't know if this will help.
the sun's
I'm
shining
shining
out.
light on it. That might help you. Let me see if I can
Yours and Dave Gallo.
help at all.
I'm
You
not
able to
even-
get the words? You probably can get the words with yours.
I can try.
I don't think that's helping.
This has got a lot bigger flash on it. Let me see.
I don't think
No, it didn't.
I can get the words at all.
Let
me force the flash.
I can't see with my glasses or without them. So same for me. I get all skinny and I'm like, okay, thanks. Oh, good. Can you see it? You can. Good.
Well, I'm gonna be.
Good.
How you doing, friends?
It's right here.
But March is that points on the back.
Just hoping somebody will join. You said Reed might be able to. You are Reed. Who was it that you were talking to?
Jay McDaniel.
Jay McDaniel. Yeah, he was on the other feed, but that one died.
He's
And
coming back on this.
evidently-
He's working on it.
Okay.
And all the big ones.
Oh, good. All right.
Hopefully some of these came out.
Yeah. So, we had these made up at the, you got your shirt on like this, right?
Yeah.
We had these made up for the reunion 10 years ago.
10 years ago, yeah.
And
we
there
had
are
the
some
t-shirt.
left over. Yeah. I have t-shirts. Always left over. Will has to send an email out, but I hope everybody is assuming we're not doing it. We're gonna like take all of the information we talked about. Okay. And
I thought I was the only one that did that kind of thing.
you didn't come to the readings that we had. The other thing that we do is, if you think it's Dave Gal's emails, 2 years ago we did an Azalea Festival sort of retreat, I guess, official. And Well, and what happened is they did it during the notice. So then we decided, you know what? Don't do it during the Youth Festival anymore. It's too cold to spend a lot of time outside. Nobody really cares about going out to the Youth Festival. And so what we decided was that the week before Memorial Day, things are going to be up and running, but things aren't going to be on. If you're happy with what you got, you don't mess with it. She's happy.
Corky says he can hear us. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's what Liz had done. I don't know.
We got our, why don't we just get our good one? Corky?
Yeah.
Go with Mom.
He says he can hear us too. There's a microphone in the camera.
I started asking.
Why don't we stand over on this side?
Yeah, in the
Why don't
shade,
we
something to
stand-
look
yeah,
at.
in the
Somebody
shade.
hold up the certificate to the camera too.
I think, well, Reed, why don't you hold it up? It's yours.
There were 5 of us, I know at least me and Butch, but we were the two that graduated.
Oh.
Yeah.
Come up with it a little bit. There you go.
Is that feeling it?
Closer. You're missing the top, but that's close. It may be the glare out here may make it hard to read.
3. Yeah.
Live around these parts?
I do. I live down here in Fuquay.
I was going to say,
On the,
but I'll check.
on the listing is either backpack,
I got you.
which is what we
Probably got a lot
told
of
the
sweat on
brothers.
Saw your correction.
Yeah.
gotta come see all around to see all the words we can't touch.
This was what, that was the idea. That I was okay, you understand the 72.
Well, I understand the party run.
Yeah, 7204. That was one of the pilot training classes that I taught. So, yeah, usually what we ended up with were patches that
And could you explain to me the pilot training?
Ooh, I feel a long ruin.
We got, I did an episode.
that was a usual one for the students. When this class came up with this one,
Yeah, I mean, that's one about a spreadsheet. You can sort it by
somebody, I don't know
last
what
name or
suddenly
by year group or
had
whatever.
bottles of the party rum, and they said, look, and there was the little symbol. It's down about that big on the front of the label. Ah, okay. Say again? What, 7204? I could not take that. I was a aviation physiology and protective equipment that was one of our classes there. That one, and did I show you the other one? I was here at State from 73 to 77. Yeah, I had always wanted to go into the Air Force, and graduating
Yeah, I don't know when they
high
went to
school
spring
in
only classes. I know that
68,
our class is spring only. I think everybody
and
has to
being
be spring only. I know that
1A for the draft,
class before us.
I was looking for college, couldn't find anything. And I said, what the hell? I'll just go on in, find out whether I really like it or not, and if I do, I can either go to the academy, or I can use the GI Bill going to school. And as it ended up, the academy turned me down, and I ended up going to the ROTC here, and I had to start. I'd gone to some college classes there in Alabama, and the
Oh my God, yeah, there's people who
brothers I was talking, I said,
that I haven't heard
you know, you've got to have your commission by the time you're 26. And I got to doing the math and it's like, I got to either get something up, which wasn't really too good, or he said, you know, I can go to ROTC. And I came here and talked to them, talked to the folks in the school of, well, I'm a history major, let's put it that way. I don't know what the school was at that time. And they said, okay, maybe your high school grades weren't the best, but you've been going to college, you've got good grades there, you've got good reports from the military. We'll take you on probation for the first 6 months. If you do that, you're good to go for the rest of the 4 years. And at that time, Colonel First, BAS, and Larry Nordyke was the advisor for the MCs. And I talked to Gary, he said, yeah, you've got two choices. You can do
Here's my
4
problem is
years,
that
and I only had 3 really to do.
November will be 8
Or you can do just 2 years.
was already
He said,
set
but
for the
I would highly recommend doing the
I'm like,
4
okay,
years,
well, we'll
because
just
that
take that
gives
local
the
group
officers here and staff in the selection for the last 2 years a chance to get to know you. I figured, what the hell? You know, what's your
Sucker's heavy.
ROTC was, this is the Air Force. Well, I just spent 4 years there. I think I know that.
Can you look at and see? I'm trying to get the wording on the screen. And see.
It's hard to read on
It is. The big bells is kind of 3-dimensional.
You can read it, kind of. The back is what says the marching cadets.
Right, and then we have our famous quote on the front here that we all had to memorize. And we all fought over what was going to be on the bell.
Yep, yep.
That's cool.
Matter of fact, same phone number, same mail address.
Are you still in the Air Force, TC?
No, I retired and I worked for 7 years with the Air Force as a civilian. And then I retired from that last year. Well, I didn't really retire. I just separated from federal civil service. But I thought I'd break out the old Air Force shirt.
Oh,
I couldn't find my MCF shirt. I'm not sure where that is.
Well, we haven't had a TV now. As a matter of fact, I want to say it was like December, maybe. Well, when we got together for the reunion, yeah.
Yeah.
Slow wind, slow.
We were blessed
Oh, yes. Or we could be looking at what
recognize people you know.
Tower doesn't show up very well in the video.
TC right now, we're doing
The lady in the green print dress can answer questions. Also, the gentleman with the white pinstripe shirt and the blue pants.
maybe we could get them to come down here and then get people on there to ask what kind of questions they have.
That's true. Why don't you go do that?
Say Will Stagg, it says pull 7Gs.
38 and a half.
In a T-38, because he never did anything more than
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I didn't
He never
know
flew
what he
anything
did.
else besides the
Seriously?
T-38.
But it says pull 7Gs. Like, okay.
And he separated like, I don't know, a long time ago. So
Didn't he fly? He flies.
he flies for Delta now. So of course you and I are on the video now making fun of that. So.
That's completely fine.
When he gets down here,
We'll continue it.
do it in person. Yeah.
He worked for them, and well, they
How are you? I just did that.
No worries.
Line of,
I was admiring that.
TC, you want to introduce
and he
him
was
and
one of their plant managers.
Folks.
Well,
Folks are there.
I'll
Hey,
let-
folks. My name's Alan Taylor. I'm Assistant Vice Chancellor here. So they've asked me to say a few words, I guess, about the tower, the project, and where we are in the process. So today, the remaining bells, 19 through 55, have been delivered. The first 18 bells were delivered about a month ago now, and they are already installed in the tower. So as soon as we're over, finished with this today, the foundry crew and construction team is here. They're going to take the bells up in the tower actually today and begin installing and bolting them in. So that'll be the remaining bells. So all 55 bells will be up in there, up in the tower. And as soon as they're installed, next week they'll begin construction on the Caroline room, which sits right below the bells. And so that Caroline room will be where the actual instrument is and where somebody can go up the staircase and actually play the bells from there. So they're going to begin construction on that process or that room next week with the actual instrument. The Caroline will be delivered next week. From there, it's they'll be doing work on the plinth and installing the granite, finishing the shrine room. All of that will be the remaining, mostly exterior work between now and the end of the year. So the goal is to finish this project by the end of the year, but then we'll have a dedication event in the early to mid-spring. So
So
That's
one
kinda-
question for
yeah.
you. Obviously, ours is one of the smaller bells, but
Uh-huh.
it's not the smallest, is it?
it is not the smallest, no. The smallest bell is bell number 55, which has the NC State Wolfpack hand sign engraved. And, so,
That's pretty cool.
yep. I don't know if they have
All
any
right.
questions
Well,
or anything else.
if anybody's got any questions, just type it into the chat,
Yeah.
and we'll let a couple of them load up, and we'll do it.
Cool.
Thanks for doing this for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Enjoyed it. All right. Plan is
individually.
probably late March, early March. Just we want to be able to do it and have a big. I mean, we don't. It would be a shame that it was all for a while and all of a sudden we didn't want to do it right.
Were you having St. Bell where you were? Okay, I thought it was for a while.
Yeah.
To be there when it's actually dedicated. Man, we lucked out on that D7, didn't we?
Well,
D7.
there's someone else we need to thank. Everyone, I'd like to also introduce Miss Liz McFarland. It was about, what was that, 2014? 2013?
I'm gonna say 14.
She and I crossed paths. She worked for the University in Endowments and Gifts, gift planning, right? And we were doing some events together, and I was probably running my mouth as I usually do, and I don't know how we talked about it, but I explained what we had here as an entity, as an organization, as part of the history of the university. And she was struck by it because it is a unique organization that doesn't exist anywhere else, and within the university it's kind of a hidden. So she dug into, talked to me some more about things, and
Got you interviewed for the magazine.
we were interviewed for the magazine. We told the story, and so I was forever grateful because she brought light to the marching cadet fraternity in some fashion. And then about that same time, the first round of the bell tower bells, and she's the one that came up with the idea. I will not take claim. She's the perfect gift planner. She came up to me and she's like, social distancing, we won't really hug, but she's like, what do you guys think? I've got this bell, D7. Isn't that perfect? I mean, she's always on point. And I was like, yeah, you just handed me everything. So all I had to do was send the email out to the brothers at the time. And
there was a great response.
months and months and months. I think we originally set 7,000, and we came in with $7,260 to go over the goal. And then everything kind of fell apart. Not your fault. The original benefactor. I'll let you explain how much it costs, or the
Oh
big
yes, yes. Well, there were a few plans, and Alan will chime in too. So the original architect's drawings were found by a graduate student.
Is that him wearing the shirt up here?
That is not him in that shirt. He is in another shirt.
Okay.
But he found these original drawings for what the tower was intended to be when it was built in 1921. And the cost just sort of skyrocketed. As you probably know, the interior of the tower is empty. And so in order to repoint the granite and do the plaza and build a staircase that was to code and accessible, and the platform for the carillon, and the rafters for the bells, and all of those things, it was going to cost upwards of $5 million. And that was not something that was sort of in the cards at that particular time, until Mr. Henry and Alan Taylor were sitting over on that balcony, and Mr. Henry asked, "So what about that tower?" And so they made that magnificent gift to finish off the tower the way it was
Are they both
originally
same
intended.
graduates, I'm guessing?
Yes, he is.
Both of them, or
Just he. But if it weren't for groups like you kind of keeping the traditions alive, and the stories alive, and the memories alive, we might not have had the opportunity to answer that question when it sort of came out of the blue that day. So all tied together, but you guys were really part of the glue that kept.
How important one little bell can be to
That's
the whole
right.
bell tower.
That's right.
how many more individual bells, like groups or individuals, are there as opposed to Mr. Henry?
Oh, so Mr. Henry has several bells. There's a family, the Barringtons, who had a bell struck in memory of their son, and that's one of the big guys. The class of 2010, as a group got a bell.
It's on the.
Mostly, I would say families, individuals, families, extended families. I don't know of very many other groups like yours at all. Class of 2010 they're together, by virtue of their class, not by virtue of this rich extracurricular experience.
Trying to block the wind from the mic.
Yeah, somebody said that there was too much wind noise, so I'm trying to block the wind. Reed, I'm using your thing to block the wind. If you're okay.
Perfect. You realize how long that's been in a box? It's just glad to be out.
I took all of my stuff out of the t-shirt box today when I came here. So I have my candy box too. Do you have a candy box?
I do, but it's in my shop. And the lid is gone.
Oh,
I'm using it. I've been using it.
that's
to
the
hold
most important
drill
thing.
bits and stuff in my shop.
That line, but God knows where it's at.
Works.
What now?
Said I've got mine, but God knows where it's at.
Becky's a
upstairs.
pro, so
Yeah. All right.
Take
We're
it
gonna go
back
take
here.
a picture, Kathy. So.
and
Jay just sent me the technician on December the 8th front page on 1971, and the Marching Cadets were kind of favored bell tower shot with our weapons. That's pretty cool.
That's fantastic.
Cool.
Are you in the picture? Are you in the picture?
I don't know. I was in charge of the bell tower during that period of time, but I don't
She said
know. I don't know who's up there.
71
We
to
wanna talk more.
2021 on the 50-year
I told him
anniversary, right?
after she
Oh, it's
places
not
everybody,
super.
I'll get the camera.
That's great.
There are a few guys there. I don't know who they are.
Good. Okay. No. I mean, yeah. Okay. Where do you want us?
okay, so let's get you sort of in the vicinity of the table, but you can spread out, and I'll do kind of a wide horizontal and see if I can get the bell tower peeking up behind your head. So
Okay. So he wants us to kind of semicircle social distance around the table.
yeah,
on
you
this
can
side.
stagger, so we can put a row of shorter people in front and a row of taller people in the back, and just kind of however you want to social distance.
All right. A little closer, guys. A little closer. We should mask off at the last minute.
Yeah, let's do a few with them on, and I'll make sure all my settings are right, and then real quick we'll take them off, and you can do one with them on too.
Okay, let me do that. It's a little touchy today, we've discovered.
You guys are good. This is good. GC, you and your blue shirt. What in the world? Well, me too.
Air Force! The mighty United States Air Force.
Us odd colors can stand over here on one side. All right, everybody looks great. If you can see me with both eyes, then the camera can see you too. So it looks good from here. That's awesome. All right, my front row can come up a tiny little step too, so you guys aren't quite so far away from me. There you go. Right.
We know it's something that we could leave that side.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Everybody take them off, right?
She's practicing. She wants to get her setting.
Take a few.
Okay, here we go. Everybody ready?
Yes.
This is when they get the bumps, right? This was the crazy time when we all wore masks.
Kids will be like, what?
Okay, you guys are ready. Take them off.
No
Okay.
coughing.
Don't breathe. Everybody ready? Okay, the last thing. Real quick, let me get close to the bell.
So it looked huge.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Do you want to spin it around to get the inscription? Yeah, if somebody can do that.
Somebody
I
want
couldn't
to do
move
that?
it
I don't know
while
if you
ago.
could even see that. But, I don't know if you
Just
could,
don't
yes.
touch your pants after.
Actually, it says Marching Cadet Fraternity on this side, so
Unity
yeah.
and Being is on that side.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Of course. Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Smile.
His t-shirt is cool.
Yeah, that's where you got that.
Thanks.
Now.
Now we're gonna have the bell toss.
I was gonna ask, is it
Nobody from our group will have
It is touchable, I'm sure, but
Oh, my goodness.
it's tough in advance.
Will you, I'll hold the camera. They wanted to close up on the bell again. So just, well, you'll just let me know how it's looking there. I wonder why it's all black. Is that just something they got to scrub off?
Somebody said it has a coating on it.
Okay.
It's a protective coating they put on it. Yeah. It's too dark. I don't think. Oh yeah, yeah. You can see it a little bit. If you go a little lower and then kind of aim up. Stop right there. And it's backwards.
Yeah, that's
Turn
true.
the camera upside down.
There's a way of doing mirroring I know on Zoom meetings and stuff, but I don't know how to do it on this one.
yes, you could. That way,
Almost 20 years.
somebody.
You're up and everything.
Yeah, I mean, I can see it all, and I don't know how
But
to
yeah,
do
you
the
can
mirror.
mirror
I just have.
It was, I know how to do it in Zoom, but I don't know how to do it.
I don't want to mess with anything.
Yeah, we
'cause I'm
screwed it up
afraid-
before, so
Well, we'll post pictures.
yeah.
We'll try to get some close-up pictures of the writing and everything and post them. Send them on email, post them on Facebook.
Yeah, because the big ones get three-dimensional look to them. What are people saying?
Louis said he's on an active video call, working and listening. And then, can you?
I will. I mean, to a certain extent, we all had to memorize the stages of construction, how many feet, how many bricks, what's written on the door.
That's a good question. I think the last
Beat to
Paul
plow
Davis.
Plowshare. Beat their swords into plowshare.
Wasn't 98 because I moved back to Raleigh, Florida in 98 and went to check on the girls in Zen.
Well, it's like a standard culture.
I think there's a French class.
A lot of it is so we always enjoyed it because, of course, we would coordinate with Mercy to open up the military for Super 7. So there would be usually a 3-person guard. There would be 2 people on either side. And they would just slowly go back and forth.
not
And there would be
on
detail
Heavier than that. Okay, that's close.
all the
It's a little bit of the
all
ring.
memorized information that we recited.
You made dents
So
in
we
it.
always joke
No, she
that,
said it. She said what?
Yeah, I'm about to
stand.
just do a meeting in the car.
It's actually
Yeah, I was working from home. Yeah, probably. It works for me. I get a lot done. Cisco, where I'm working, is an online collaborating company. So they don't miss a beat, right? It's expected to get things done in meetings. If you try and do this with people that's not used to doing it, it's much more difficult. I was basically the outsider coming in, used to
kind of an interesting organization associated with it.
hey, spin up a WebEx. 27 people, whatever. I mean, it is. I mean, you got your camera on, you can see who's doing what. It's not the same, but you get so much done. So much done. As long as you go, okay.
Touchdown travel time.
What I heard was,
Hey, Paul, how are you?
right?
Good. I started wearing my red shirt. I'm just not sure it would fit anymore.
You missed a picture. We just had a big picture.
So you could drop out of it.
The Yows aren't here either today. Well, now they are, but they weren't here for the video.
I tried to park over there in the women's face, so when I saw these red shirts, I
The
said,
marching
I got my little
Air Force or TC.
How y'all been doing?
Now they got more organizations.
Okay.
put that on one
Doing okay?
store. So like,
These people are not in Air Force or
The reason I
TC.
missed a lot of team meetings over the last couple of years.
That's when I called you guys. That's back in February, right before
I
all this
saw,
shit.
I didn't really post it.
we're on our way to Florida.
I saw
We did our week and a half in Florida.
bringing a truck full of stuff
And
back
announced
from
the Yankees
the mountains or whatever.
spring
And
training
I was like, we were up there the week that our son bought it.
That's why
They've been like, oh,
He could have ridden in the seat beside me, but the truck was packed
oh
to the
my God.
back to the car.
Well, we, his job was over. May
Less,
15th.
well, and all the brothers.
And,
That kind of sucked with them. They like
Yes.
pulled it 2 a.m.
Yeah, I got my
we had,
my best friend
But,
applies
right
for
across the
And
school,
somebody,
basically.
Mom lived for
Really?
said he could be.
So you know where the stoplight is, but if you turn right, you turn into the part of the campus that has the Catamount statue right there. Well, if you turn right,
Whatever it is.
you turn
Right.
right.
Sit at home. And he
Yes,
said he
yeah,
had
that's where he lived, right
they
down
called
there.
him, he was supposed to watch.
So we went up there,
Be on the September
picked
month, he
him
had
up,
the
and
recall.
rented a U-Haul.
And he's like, they
Little
never set it up to recall and stuff.
But what
Um,
happened?
So, he's like,
Yeah, I would think with your hair on your face, that would be an additional, you gotta keep it continuing.
Well, Teresa ordered, she saw something a friend of ours posted. There's this company makes these little plastic thing guards you can put on your face and temperature mask. So we got those coming.
Yeah, I saw that, somebody posted that.
It's different I see on some of the different airlines. Like,
Tried to go
flies Alaska.
Well, TC's got us live streaming here,
That's
so
our
there's
D7.
about 10 or 12 people that have been anyway, looking at it.
That's D7, huh?
That's it.
And so who's the person I have to chastise that didn't know D7 was a chord?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not too concerned.
He obviously doesn't play guitar, does he?
I wouldn't like to be flying.
Yeah, that's what it was, and I was surprised because when I went down, it was, it was, we didn't get the middle seat, but on the way back, yeah, they filled it up.
Wow, you can see that a little better right now.
When will these all be up and start chiming?
I got here late, so.
You can see the live streaming.
First, I think 5 or so in.
The rest of these are going
Let's say
in.
within the next month here, they're supposed to take the remainder.
They saw we had some.
Now, well, I'm assuming because there's no place for somebody to play a Caroline over there, so I'm assuming it's probably going to be all.
No. He said they're going to build a Caroline room in there underneath the bells after they,
Said dedication was late fall, winter this year. Possibly.
March or April of next year.
I've never seen a Caroline live, but I've seen them on TV and watching somebody play one of those things. It's pretty cool.
So what's happening is
Hey, how are you, Paul?
Good. How are you?
Good.
4 of these heavy 15-pound things.
Well, yeah, I guess that would be the appropriate thing would be to take a picture of it, wouldn't it?
Back and make it do a perfect loop. The person in the front, the audience, yeah, they don't.
How are you doing, girlfriend? Great. I know you are because you're riding your bike all over the place.
I was telling these guys, that's funny.
Does it say 100 miles?
She's getting rid of what I'm picking up. I would like all of
the goal was to try to catch the rim of the hat. Osprey, the 4-person in the middle. And the funny thing is they had to buy you beer. I never understood that. They're the ones that are risking getting their nose bashed in. You're pitching that weapon right now. So if you successfully hit their hat, you go down outside range. Every year we'll go down to the day of festival parade every year. That's where that's where we have our inductee for the
So what's your news, Toby?
This is one of our.
We're talking about
her name.
Only because
I'll let you explain.
the first woman was brave enough for
brands back in there.
anyway. Trying to decide on the
Yeah, I told Kathy. I was looking at.
Kathy, could you speak to that?
What now?
The next woman after Miss Francis here.
Shannon and Josie, were they in the same place once?
A couple of years.
Josie would have played probably in 78.
Well, that was Steve. You were 75.
No, she probably would have played in 80 because we played in 80.
No, she did not, and she wasn't in 80. Because we were 81 or 82. We were 82. Outlaws was 81.
Because that's the ones I should have played with, and I didn't.
And then. Yeah. But I can't remember if her and Shannon were in the same place. And one of them was with Dan Pruitt. Hey, I just spoke for you, my friend.
Okay, you might want to introduce, get Paul to walk around and
Paul?
Dave Gal live.
Okay.
Well, I think I know those three.
Well, there's only like 8 people on
Yeah, I
right
was saying
now.
the two guys over there I haven't
Okay.
met.
So for those of you who are still on right now, the 3 people in front of you are Dave Yao and his wife Lane, and then Colin Wright, and then Paul Davis also. So wave to the people. Wave to the people.
Once again, Red Barons are the most represented group.
Actually,
Somebody typed.
by percentage, Fran's pledge class, because there were only 3 of them and 2 of them are here. So by percentage, they're kicking everybody's behind.
Somehow the guy
Yeah.
How are you?
So the mailbox out, our tails hanging down. You had to walk around campus in your jeans, you're all dressed up with a name tag.
Oh,
How you doing?
I tried to pull it up under my glass.
let Corona compare
Steve, how you doing?
What's going on there?
Hang it in there.
I was telling her I have the goofy uniforms that the rest of the university,
unity of being is not communicable in words. There's no sir at the end of it.
That's
So,
right.
So the bell is out of
The
order.
bell is out of order.
But I think this is the way it is now. I think it gets cleaned up later.
Yeah.
And so it'll be like this. Or maybe they just leave that on. Nobody's ever going to see it.
We're supposed to can't look around to recognize the next brother in order to be greeted. There's a few names that stick out from my pledge last year. My PTO was forever in the books.
Who was your PTO?
So he went a little crazy.
But we also we all had to wear these plaques around our necks while we were pledging.
Oh, you did. Okay.
And then we had to have little
It is.
That would be bad if you happen to not have the Butterfinger
My favorite was, I tried not to take it home. One day I was hungry after breakfast and I came out and saw the 6 I know it's PTO and I see one of my pledges all the way down there and my voice, I bellow, Miss Smith! And she just stops and can't figure out where it's coming from. I would like some candy.
This is so cool.
DC, TC, just for your reference, these two things.
That's a D7. Okay, well, please introduce.
Hi, friend.
That was a nice little, because you had always called it D7, so I thought that was just a nomenclature for the bill.
I thought it was the octave.
It is.
Did it come in from Winston-Salem?
Yeah.
It is.
We got to get together
I didn't
more. We
know
go to
that.
all the football games. We didn't go to basketball games.
I thought it was
We just every now and then, but we got season tickets.
Well, Alan told me that Bell's 19 through 55
Yeah.
outside. And I said, so ours must be one of those bills. D7 doesn't fit in 19. And he went, no, it's the opposite. If you look up D7, it says something like it's a subcategory of a.
Can't we polish this thing up? Or is it going to go up like that?
I think it's going to go up. They're going to take them up
Yeah, we
tonight. They
thought it might
said.
be as big as a
Protective coating, I guess.
I'm assuming that's what that is. You guys live in Winston?
No, we're here in Raleigh.
In Raleigh? Oh, okay.
Yep. Kathy's my wife right there. Yep. Moved back here about almost 10 years ago. Time flies.
We've been going to all the games.
I'm so frustrated with Wolfpack football.
Oh my gosh, tell me about it.
A lot of talent. There's a lot of talent on the field. I mean, there are a bunch of mid-grade guys that have been trained, but we don't live up to what we could.
I don't understand that. I don't know why we can't do that. Just it's almost like there's a undermined problem somewhere.
I don't know. I don't know what it is. If I knew what it was, I'd fix it.
Sadly long gone, but there used to be a place.
You gonna come to dinner at Emilio's?
No, I wish we could, but
Okay.
we have not been out. I'm telling you, and I'm a little nervous about going. We haven't been to a restaurant since February.
Yeah.
My daughter and her immune system is a lot lower than
I get it.
ours, and
I get it.
plus we got a 7:30 appointment in the morning, and I would love to. I'd love to chat with these guys.
And suddenly a bunch of people came over.
But no, we're not gonna.
Stomping and clamping.
We're not gonna do that.
Peace and love and understanding. And all we were doing was practicing bell tower guard.
So are you retired, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I've been retired for 3 years.
Loving it or hating it?
Oh my God. I love my job and I didn't want to ever retire, and I love retirement. I'm one of those that just has a lot of things going on.
Well, that's good.
I mean, I got stuff going on.
It wouldn't have happened. We wouldn't have known it was happening.
I'm in there. I've been an engineer.
That's my job.
I'm in blacksmithing. I'm in the making copper jewelry. I got an old boat that I've been restoring down at Morehead City.
Will you talk to these guys about the blacksmithing they do out at
She and I had crossed paths at several events.
Every year, what's the name of the place where they put the village put together? I want to say Hope, but it's not Hope.
She approached you one day.
Hart Square. Hart Square, you know about Hart Square?
Had that mind.
I probably should, but
So, gentleman, Dr. Hart, it's out your way, south of Winston-Salem. He bought a bunch of North Carolina, Virginia, out farm buildings, houses,
Yeah, I know you've done a lot of
and
work.
sheds and shacks. Brought them back to his property,
Yep.
and now it's an annual event with reenactors come in and get period costumes, and they get together. They cast, they do Christmas ornaments. They do a thing. They do a what do they call it? Anyway, a coin each year. So they made us marching against Verity coins about 5 or 10 years ago. Well, Kathy, do we have any coins left in the box? No. It's just shirts in the box.
Yeah, we didn't have the coins to start off with. They brought the coins.
Yeah, so Dave right there will be the connection. And if they don't have any, we still have Hart Square, and Castleton. Because they bring all the equipment and make them while they're there, dressed up.
Questions there, Kathy? Or,
I'm in a group in Winston-Salem. We do the fair every year. I'm truly not. I grew up in a blacksmith shop.
Yeah.
I'm truly not a blacksmith. I love to hammer and make a few things. I've been an engineer and everything. I make a ton of good.
Theirs is all sandcasting.
Yeah.
So there's no working with the metal. It's make the mold. If it doesn't work, if it looks terrible, melt it in. And start over.
it's available for now.
Oh yeah, man. So I'm actually looking at the time. And I'm not going to have
I work for a year with a carbon brush company. Just turned 69.
I had to go run streets about road. Do what you want.
It's time to move. Got these two blondes over here. I'm gonna tell you, that's a pretty good job, right?
Well, I mean, my thing is I mean, you got to make sure you have enough money to do what you want to do. But
That's the thing that you don't know.
exactly. Is the stock market going to go belly up? You know, you just don't know. Do I have wine and caviar taste? Or can I get by with Pepsi and a movie? Right? Because
We have the wine and caviar taste, but we're eating wine
The brothers make it easy.
Reed, where are you in from? Okay.
they go to all the football games.
Yeah, that was the funny thing. And then I realized
We're wondering what they're going to do. So we've had 4 seats. We've only got 2 seats.
So I sent out some.
22 and I
Only one.
So
Funny thing,
yeah, there's no
this
way.
guy, he had collected
Maybe
all
a
over
30
the
you
one.
want to see a game.
We're not
So
going.
she
Where are you going to be sitting?
directed him,
We're not going.
Yeah.
That's just bottom line.
but he didn't, so he wasn't in the two. So when I was sending all this stuff out, he wasn't.
Well,
But we're not.
Well, here we are. What do you think the odds are that it will happen? I don't know.
I still think it's 50-50.
I gotta work on it. That's something.
I tried to go in class, and that didn't last long.
Here we have 11.
Because kids are
I
kids.
know we've got people who work.
I mean, they're not following the rules.
Cotton mills. And once they retire from wage, it doesn't tell me.
But the other side of that,
They just all got themselves infected.
So I know there's some people who lost their heart.
it's like getting your kids chicken pox.
Yeah.
The very first.
And they have clearly shown that they are a resilient. That's right. And then we don't have to worry about
We're
it.
done.
Then they don't have to wear a mask anymore. They don't have to worry about social distancing. That
There was
which
some
they weren't
lady that
doing
got
anyway.
placed to
I believe you flew into RDU.
I don't know about that.
Actually, never seen your
Great
name.
to see y'all. Thanks again,
Thank
Liz.
you.
My
Yeah, tell you,
pleasure.
what were we
My
about to
pleasure.
There's technicians online. Just to go back. like to have a copy of that December 8th, 1971.
But we lost. He's another one that fell off. His email
I was
bounces
gonna do a
back.
little research on it myself. Somebody on the inside, doing some help, that would be good.
Sure. All right. So Paul Davis wants to play Carolina. Well, I gotta run along now before it gets
It grows. Yeah.
She's not gonna be able to.
I mean, I want some water.
So Charles is got where are they? Well, some people change their. Some people change. I mean, you know, some people maintain their AOL. Some people don't. You know, like Pat Terry, he's younger. He had triad.r where he did triad. I'll still maintain it because he's a doctor of veterinary medicine. People know him, but he really liked to use his Gmail, not the old triad. And Steve Payne, he had like Badger. He also has C Bird. So I said, which one do you want to use? And Dan Talbot has Reno. And so a lot of people have their email. We just need to go to our coffee. Well, you fell off the round this week because Kathy very helpfully pointed to an email where you put everybody on.
So here's what
I
happened.
grabbed it because you had sent it.
Yes,
We're
but
on it.
I didn't realize that you would have taken, because I don't take my name off. I just copy and paste. So I would assume that you were still lower down in there because if you copy and paste, anyway, that's what I did.
I just got to thinking one day and I was like, where did
Yeah.
That was good. That
So
was good.
I-
It was fun.
So, I've changed everybody's address. It could have been an old one that you
Oh,
used.
it's hard to
So
read on
he
there,
asked
but
me, can you send me this thing? So I went to your email, is that from the Fisher stuff?
Yeah.
And I copied those 2 chunks and sent them to you. And I just assumed, like I said, I just assumed that your email was still down at the bottom.
Well, I know a little bit about it now. But
So,
It might be all of them.
he also wrote philosophy, but French translation.
So that couple of years in the late
Quite
80s,
like that.
it was
Very forward is a way of saying now.
Put this back on.
Have you felt how heavy that thing is?
So when I came along,
It's dirty
you
too.
gotta go watch the track if you touch the bell. And it was,
Oh,
Jay just sent me this.
I know what they're doing. What they're doing is they're looking for what it means.
oh gosh, I don't know any of y'all. I don't know any of you. I mean, names of them, but. Yeah.
So we're gonna stand over here. You're gonna stand over there.
Yep. Major Wingfield.
David, you're holding 2 phones.
People can get food, right?
I'm disinfected it fairly recently.
No, I'm trying to move your butt. Take it. I mean, that's my thing. What can I help? I didn't press right.
Come here.
Sorry.
We're good. We've been doing stamping,
Shut up.
looking for new campers.
There you go.
All right.
Back in
A
business.
bunch of going back and forth to my folks' house down in Wilson.
Let's see if we can get all of this.
He is.
I'll be one this way.
Yeah.
All right. See if those are okay.
Phone swap. Okay.
While he
Phone
was
swap.
finishing up the second
Yeah, perfect.
year of his graduate degree that he started.
Okay. One more.
And then his job was over.
One this way. Oh no.
know what?
Kind of.
I can airdrop it there
So
anyway.
he came back from after his lease ran up.
Okay.
That's what works when it wants to work, and it
See if
goes.
they came out okay.
Whatever you did.
One of them was kind of.
Beautiful. Very nice. You actually have more in here, whether you meant to or not. I can't take that one. That one will come across.
Did it come out okay for you?
No, you can, but you're gonna get black on the paper. It's got a coating on it, but it's very heavy. I tried to pick it up.
No, I had 3
I did too.
What time are we supposed to be there?
Well, I was hoping you could put a finger in the middle of it. That is what I tried to do. Yeah, and I was like, it's glued to the table or magnet. One or the other.
It's heavy.
Figure that there. We'll do a couple bits.
Oh, I want to swim. I want to strain my. I wonder how heavy it is.
Heavy.
Did you not go
Yes,
up already?
I did.
Well, why don't you let us know how heavy it is?
I will.
Can't you gauge that?
Oh, I
Let's
see.
see.
Put a finger in the middle of it.
That's about 12 and a half pounds.
I
Yes.
don't want to make a fool of myself. On
Okay, well, look, there are 5 people who still even have this on.
What do we max out at? 12?
Screened, it was 9. I don't know how many were on the first one, though.
I'm probably still on too. I don't know something.
Did you pull up the second one?
No.
Oh, okay, this is the second one.
Let
Can
me
you
see.
send us the link to both of them so we can see it later?
Yeah.
Yeah, he emailed it to
Oh my
everybody.
God.
Uh-huh.
That's got to be at least 30 pounds.
Okay, there we go.
Okay, you gotta try.
Was I supposed to? Did I leave a smudge on it?
Well, they say it had to be repainted or repainted or
There
something.
is an old piece of paper there. It goes with an old guy. It's a lot older than mine.
All right, so hold up, I gotta answer this question.
Oh my God.
If I just turn your state rings and clink it.
Yeah, I still had the
Clank bird.
part.
I wonder how much that weighs.
I still had the goodie box with the lid. I couldn't find the lid. It's in my shop.
So that would be you.
That would be me. I've got all my stuff in a milk crate up on the top of my closet. You never know when some of my brothers gonna come by and go, "Oh, what's stranger red?"
My pocket, I just now remembered I didn't bring.
Jay just sent this.
I know you got it.
This is the whole. This is our whole market.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. I'm gonna put that picture on the website.
People never thought about it, that that's a protective coating on there, and I guess the bell is gonna be polished up.
You can do that if you want, yeah.
Well, we can just say it.
Or we can all keep lifting it up. Pretty soon it'll all be
I wish we could do that because you'd be able to see that.
Oh, did you already do that with it?
Yeah.
I didn't even touch it.
Try.
I was gonna say, if you touch it, you will get black fingers, and it is.
I think they're taking fingerprints of everybody that does it.
You use gloves.
Because you touch it, they will.
It's true, but no one's gonna see it.
That's what I said.
Plus,
That's what I said.
it's a bit like us.
Today is the last day that
We're a
you
bit
can see that bell.
That's Colin Wright lifting the bell.
Yeah, it depends. Well,
Nice.
it's not winter time. It might have been one of those.
That's a good
The other
size.
2 sides have also completely different.
Do we know what it sounds like? Does somebody have a,
Yeah.
Somebody have a
They
hammer
rang it
with
their
them
keys
in their
while
pocket?
ago, and it went ding,
Give it a
ding,
whack?
ding, ding, ding.
I don't know.
CC now knows how to play the D7 on
Ah, there we go.
The bagpipe, do a D7 chord on the
Okay.
bagpipe.
Good. Hey, you're gonna break your finger.
Whoa.
Very nice.
Is there a dent?
So now we know
There's a little dent right there.
Nice. Okay, let's see if anybody.
That sounds like the bell that you ring.
Any music majors? Is that a D7?
Close enough.
The little bell that rings when you're at a formal dinner to go to see.
Yeah.
You're at a dining out.
You see the speakers?
All right.
Yeah, we ran a practice, and the Wrights were so helpful because they walked downtown and there's a bell in Apex to see.
Yeah, we're gonna practice this
I was determined to figure
very hard to set up.
No, the only thing is you have to have like a Gmail account because YouTube and Gmail are locked. So you log into Gmail, go to YouTube Live, request it. It takes about 24 hours to activate. And the biggest problem was I had it all set up. It took me a while to make that little picture because it doesn't. You can't see how the thumbnail. You know, a lot of thumbnails. I'd save the picture and it'd be like on one word. I was like,
It's all blurry.
it gave me no help on that, so it took me like 20 minutes to get the picture right. I was just being, OCD about it. Because the original one called by surprise. It says, "Stand still for your thumbnail." And I was doing something on my desk, and it's counting down.
Your shirt
It's
is
like
going
a
off
picture.
Was that kind of a life-saving compliment? Oh, there we go. It's working just fine.
But the problem is, once I set up placeholder, and I got here,
I'll have to look later. The post, whatever sharpening that Google Photos does.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
I couldn't see the screen very well, so sweat running in my eyes. Got to be like it started. We're all here.
Sun's
We're all
over
waiting, right? People waiting, kind of like a Zoom meeting, and I couldn't figure out how to. There's an obscure button that says go live. It's not apparent where that is.
Yeah,
And then something happened. We lost connection because of the camera or for some reason the line slot and I don't know whether I walked away. I guess I walked away. But you got to talk about that.
That's true. Might have been, well, and you were way over there.
Oh, so you're using your phone for that?
Yeah. See, I found you on
When you
YouTube.
came back, it didn't come back. You came back, it didn't.
Thanks for doing that. It worked out.
It's Mary Kay Davidson. Thanks so much, brothers.
Yeah, and you said the first 15 minutes. So right before you guys got here,
Yes, there's a question about our bell. It's got a protective coating on it. It's not going to be a black bell. It'll actually be a pretty bronze or brass. I don't know which one it is, brass. But because it's got that protective coating on it, it's not easy to read, but it says Marching Cadet Fraternity on one side, and it says the unity of being is not communicable in words on the other side. That's our bell. It makes a D7 chord. Mr. Paul Davis behind me can show you where that is on a guitar with your fingers. He's not hearing me. Look at it. There he goes. He looks like he's like, there he goes. Shred for us. Now play Stairway to Heaven.
Really?
Yeah, I think they're all
Since they just have all that
Joko County. The Broad Slab Distillery somewhere there.
Double barrel still, double barrel down there on the side.
Yeah, I know that one. There's one called the Broad Slab. My wife's friends grew up.
We were in the mountains last week.
My brother-in-law grew up on the farm.
Oh yeah, I'll
you said once we're done.
Yeah.
Sauce break. Just north of Spruce Mountain. Right on the Toe River. And the other place right next door was an Italian restaurant. A couple of Greeks opened up, and it's like, yeah, we're in Morgan. But we came up here, we're not close to one of Morgan. We were campground.
I think Kathy looked through our log. Showed him up at 39.
Already got space now. We got some retired airport buddies.
And you're now, you're like, who's the driveway in Blacksburg? Coronavirus, the coronavirus option?
That would be a stay. So yeah, we're getting ready to. I might even hit that. Got desk in the back. I got my 38 feet.
College students might need to play some crash for 14 days.
You don't want to crash this place? Sounds like a quarantine.
One of his roommates tested positive.
Jamie Duckworth's here. Scott. Colin. Will. Dave Yow. Kathy. TC.
Scott Grigg, our cameraman.
There's still people typing in and stuff, so there's still people on. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Probably people late to the
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not like the most expensive tripod. That was a whole $25 camera that I bought for Zoom meetings and stuff because the internal camera on that Dell is buried in the keyboard and looks up your nose. And I said, I'm not going to do that. So, but it's not very sturdy, I've discovered.
Hey, Rob, I've been here.
So much done. But you're working with a group that understands working from home. If you're the only person working from home, and people are in the office that are working from home.
Yeah, we'll try to get that. I'm okay with eating out like we're going to do tonight.
Yeah.
I don't.
But I got my 89-year-old
at home.
Oh, do you?
That's exhausting. I can't bring something.
No, absolutely, man. No.
So I can do a few things. I'm not scared of the virus myself.
Yeah.
If I can't take care of myself, I can't take care of myself.
You gotta look out for mom. That's why I don't. My mom, when I go see her at home, I'm like, hey, like I'm good, but I don't know about you.
If you don't have something,
My mother was an independent living facility, and she got herself kicked out because she left water running and flooded her apartment and 4 others.
Which floor was she on?
She was on 3rd floor. It was a hell of a lot of damage.
Nice.
The manager's like, let's take his time. She's going to be 89. She's got a little dementia. And I was like, I know. We were going to do it this year, but you kind of forced it on us. But
I thought maybe she didn't want to live there. I'll teach her.
we were going to move her into the next level of assisted living, and then COVID hit, and I couldn't move her into a place where she doesn't know, there's no bingo, no events. So I said, you got to come home with us, Mom. I don't know how long it's going to be, but she gets the master bedroom. She's going down the steps. Now, Lynn and I are kicked upstairs to the.
I was in charter school and now I work for the state.
Yeah, I talked to Kathy's sister. Is high school teacher.
How old is she? She's 89.
89, she'll be 90 in November. And she's got dementia, she's got hearing problems, she's got sight problems, she's got balance problems. I'm shooting myself in the foot because I got her pacemaker, got her heart all better. I'm taking her physical therapy to work on her balance.
Nowhere does that happen.
I'll never let this lady. That's too far away.
Well, it's a combination of age and right. So you get tired.
See, I thought somebody had honestly told me years of service and your age.
So, where are we going to eat?
Medios. Medios.
Medios?
AMADEO''. You don't know Medios? Terrible. What? We brought you up wrong.
I wasn't paying attention.
The wolves then were big. We were
No.
I've been away, brother. I don't even recognize this place. I don't recognize the
Videos when I was 10. I drove up here and went, oh, shit, there's the bell.
I worked my way through at the Exxon next
Daryl's and the players are preaching around the corner. That place is awesome. You go there. I think that was going to be, if we couldn't get seats at the video.
He's like our place customer. He found him in Nebraska. Walk here now. Oh yeah, he's around here. I'm surprised. I don't know why. He knew. Never heard of Buck.
Oh yeah,
That's high five.
Probably should have checked that.
Like, give me some Bud Light.
But then it was on the local, Wilson and stuff. Yeah, we just are on local.
I don't know where they were getting
That's the norm since they had the right cross.
I'm not afraid of anybody stealing big bells. I'm a little bit concerned about somebody snatching it. Maybe we should put ours underneath one of the big bells.
Play the shell game.
Yeah.
All right, I think you pick up one
No,
of the big,
no, I
you pick
got
up one of
this
the big
one.
bells. I'll put that under there for you.
Oh shit. Dizzy. I think I'm having a heart attack.
Oh yeah.
Got to the hospital. It's one of these fine so it's not flying now.
Paul, you run bikes in? I saw the.
Yeah, mine's a hard.
About as far on the
Oh, okay. I gathered that from your front tag. I saw the bike.
Yeah, that my
I was trying to
4 years ago got from the car. I would ride it. So early on in this COVID thing, we took the last day.
Yeah, that's stands up there.
I hate to say it.
What they do, right?
I tried to get out. Will and I
Comes down your coast.
outside. I don't know what happens. Just going around.
Broken heart too in your camp again. I have a they got one. You got the money, came up, so here you go. Like, all right. I'll be back in the place to pick it up. Okay. Broke my heart. I had to such good care when the garage up that covers of it, not even the dust would go. Pick that thing up. Wham! And threw it back. Ah! It took off with it. They didn't have a ramp or anything. Just and tied it up with ropes, grass ropes, everything. And there it went. I'm like, oh, God.
What have I done to my baby?
Yeah. I'm like, where are you going to keep it at? I'll park it in the parking. You don't have to. I'll park it on base. And then about 2 months later, I was looking online.
Don't write this one.
And I
This is the child you need to have. Don't have one of the other two.
And then 2 months later, I saw someone like nice riding up the road. And I'm like, thank God. Yeah.
Majority of riding.
I was 4 when Kevin Sheets came
She would ride some with me when she was younger, but that's what we're riding with anymore. My wife doesn't like riding, so she's riding by myself.
Shout out. I had too many things I'm trying to
What's good, you never
And then basically
Yes, got rid of it.
shepherd them through their classes and
Oh, yeah. My place is in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think she's still right.
Yeah. But back when we were playing, Buck from New York,
Yeah.
and Buck went home from the summer. And he said he was coming out for football. It's way back when. And all of a sudden, we're all meeting in Buck Road in on a 183 brand new. I'm always working on something that comes rolling in, just freezing to death, you know. But he, yeah, he was something else now. And I still remember it was red. And
Yeah, just come rolling in there.
I think actually has like vinegar on it. I was on the way out of the past cross.
Okay.
It was like that.
I rode mine up when we had the get together over here in Harrison. I was living in North. You were wide rolling up, and I rolled right through all of you. Hey, where are you right here?
And it shows.
I think when you say bring in if I already see if I have any bears,
You're going to be running back if you watch it. It's just like last year was a shadow. And I think that's what it is. Long term. Talk about terrible times. Carolina.
I don't want to hardly getting donations for bills. Wow. Way too easy.
Yeah.
Why did I wait?
Should have shot higher. Yeah.
She knew enough. And she being smarter than me, I was looking at this. Well, I think I know my brother. She's the only one that does $7,260. 11 months later. The problem is, it's like $5 million project.
I rode. I didn't run down to the bar and park it. I rode. When you said I rode one, I was same with me.
Same now.
Same.
We just got
Still everything. You have to make
for some reason this guy about the bell tower. I was busy thinking about things. I had time to ride. So he sells. And I'm just glad it at some point the bell will fall to me. There's our musician. That's a good question. Is it going to be struck from the outside, or is there going to be a thing from the inside? That's it. Or does it, like when you press a key, it actually swings it? I mean, it seems like you wouldn't be able to control.
I have seen a video of how it works, but to be honest with you, I couldn't tell.
The union of mice up there.
That's right. Yeah. One's back in their name. I'll go ask one of those.
Maybe that's why he was so much back.
Yeah. You see here. Have fun at the team meet. Thanks for setting up the YouTube. That is, yeah. Oh, TC. Setting up YouTube.
Oh, you had me on camera the whole time.
Yeah.
Clappers on the inside.
How's life treating? Good. Good.
Yeah, the clappers on the inside.
Yeah.
So it may swing the bell, but the clappers on the inside.
Where's the clapper? Is it on the inside or the outside?
I have no knowledge
Clap on,
of it.
clap off.
So fun to hear everyone's voice is still so familiar. Thanks for that. YouTube TC. Have fun at the team meet. Yep. Here we're gonna throw you around a little bit. Anyone that's still on? Colin Run.
Well, it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah.
That's good.
What is it you're doing here?
Also, what about, I mean, so we go to a lot of ways, right? Go see We went to, was it Old Dominion 5 years ago? The ODU alumni reception. Was 5 times the size. So it barbecue. So the Wolfpack Club did have a tent. We went the ODU. They'd had a football team like almost 4 years. And they did an outside thing for people that were not in whatever club is, and then they had their inside. And they do another reception inside. So if you had seats in the tower, theirs was an end of the. But I'm like, I don't think the Wolfpack Club is right? I mean, it was like you have a Wolfpack Club wristband, and you get in, here's one drink, here's barbecue, but they don't even do that. Virginia Tech did the same thing. We're like a clone of Virginia Tech. Engineering school, military background. They had a huge setup.
Matter of fact, that's the last day I put my wristwatch on.
I don't know. I mean, we went.
I know I've seen you in the last 6 years.
That's how football's a religion. So we went to SMU, and they were just getting back into football after the death penalty. And their stadium was maybe 30%. Still the tailgating out front. They have the big the administration building, and they have a near to that fence wide median with trees at probably 3/4 of a mile. And we got out there, and everybody is having their tailgate catered. And the cooks are cooking food. There's not a fan to be seen. There's 80 of these things. And they show up later in their nice slacks and button-down shirts, and the ladies with hats on. I'm like, that SMU has got serious. But then, I don't think many of them went into the football game. And that is part of it. I mean, I'll give them that. I'll give them that. We're rich. We don't have stupid. We don't have stupid.
The reason my pastor wanted to be in recession because all the other session it was. So when I agreed to the congregation vote for me to go in session, I said I do have to tell you this. First time
Too late. Too late.
But I didn't stick with it. I found out everything's good to get the right thing.
I drove a train. A lot of my time in Texas. BNSF, the rails and the road. What an awesome experience.
We don't have 2 ways of transportation right now.
That's right. But what goes into with managing the slack on the train is your whole job. And it's a little bit science and a little bit, okay, wait a minute, knowing every little undulation and knowing that this part of the train's in tension, but this one's in compression. And the transitions between the two are the key parts.
And you got to know how many miles away from yourself you're stopping.
Yep. Because these were coal trains coming out of Montana. I remember actually doing that. But yeah, these guys made stupid money. They were all on call. They had a thing like airlines, had 12 hours of crew rest, rotating on call. But they were making 170, 180 grand a year if they worked nonstop. Most of them said, a little bit of sanity, they made 140. But this is high school graduate, you know, guys that work on the farm, and every minute they have, they're not engineering or conductoring, they're working with their dad or their brothers. Yeah, but I mean, still, it's like, I mean, traveling around, what always amazes me is some places home for everyone. And that's where they always wanted to be. You know, you might be sitting there going, darn, I wish, whatever. But that's hard for somebody. And they're perfectly happy where they are.
No, I got there.
So did we settle?
We'll say
10 miles from here.
Yep.
I was part of my job was going over to the software house in NC State. Park couple of strengths. So when I was there, I would always drive through. Every chance I get.
Is it time to go?
Yeah.
Do medios? Do we have to go? Time to go to medios.
Everybody kiss the bell.
Hey, are you going to let me drop your truck on the way over there? Sure, but you got to go to Puke Lake because we brought the car.
He can't afford to drive the truck to Raleigh.
Oh, no. I get better gas mileage in my truck than she does in her car.
Wow.
Good seeing all you guys.
Good seeing you too. Take
Are you
care.
going to eat with us?
Y'all going to eat?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's 6 people.
Yeah.
Watch
Watch his And everybody that's not there, we can go ahead and nominate them to share something.
That's right.
Hey, there's no shareable meals allowed. No pizza.
No pizza. Darn, that's right.
Well, can't you order your own individual?
You could.
Yeah.
I can stay in
Don't share the beer. Sorry, Paul.
Matter of fact, I have to be at the
All right, y'all. We're calling it for anybody else who's left on here. We're calling it and heading it to Emilio's. See you later. Bye now.
Where did y'all guys from?
We're in 22, and I look at those yellow plants, the Soprano Bill, 4 or 5 of them.
And which one of you is going to carry him up there?
You mind?
You got to have one each, one with on, one without.
See you, brothers. We're going to the team meet. Hope all of you are well. Stay in touch. Bye-bye.
Longitudinal.
I don't know, and I don't know why.
They're cute little
I like
pills.
my Wolfpack mask.
Yeah.
I think I'm wishing for
Oh, yeah. Won't use it. I got a cloth. Good one. I like that.
Is that your weather business? Oh my gosh, you gotta be kidding me.
No, I couldn't resist.
That's a business expense.
That was
deductible.
That was deductible. Also, I got some shirts. Yeah.
So let me ask you this: why aren't you handing those out?
I've handed most of them out.
Okay.
The initial order was 25.
Yeah, you're not going to get any return out of this.
I'm not going to get any return anywhere. The font's too small. I've learned a lot, but it was fun. Paid to get 25, $200. It was expense. Ran it out the family. Like one person ever asked, "Hey, what do you do there?" I said, "Yeah."
And the Dodge dealer told me that they have
Is it like a
cash offer LLC.
player?
I was like, I get rid of it. Whatever. It's something. I shut it down. The bell ring.
Yeah, the whale ring.
Yeah,
I'm also so what
Used to be 25, it went to about 35.
ends up at Dodge.
Hey, if you pick that up and do it from the bottom,
There you go.
brother, you helped me that while ago.
All right, we're doing it again.
Come on, brother.
89, there were no traffic lights ran.
Oh, there you go. That's aluminum. That's aluminum.
Do it again. Okay, maybe I can get my finger back in.
One more time.
Every other neighbor's probably adult.
They stopped doing
Yeah, I'm gonna video that.
in the
If I can get that
early
for you.
90s.
One more time.
Hold up. You know I gotta get to my camera. Not at it yet.
You don't know how heavy that damn thing is.
I believe I warned you. Okay, go ahead.
Work
Now.
this way, then we're going to change.
I used to go to
Yes, you know I can play that, did you?
Nice.
And it's look perfect.
Oh no!
Pitch.
Hey, do it again. It wasn't videoing. It was just looking.
Oh,
Come on,
All right, they
get
want us
that
out of
finger
here.
work out.
we're ready to go.
They want to go home.
Do it again. Do it again.
Nope,
Do it again.
that's it. You only get one.
It didn't record.
Mine didn't either, and I thought it did. Till we meet again.
See ya.
All right.
Wow.
I'm making people dizzy.
Everybody's sick. How many followers do you have online right now?
I can't tell when they said bye, brothers.
I let my
See all the videos. See all the videos.
Yeah, you can't see it. Not enough light.
This is a Wolfinger bells. Can you see the Wolfingers? There are any brothers online? The Wolfinger brothers. Oh well, we're going to team 8.